Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about when your two favorite ho-ho-hos grows up and they're still besties. And I'm not talking about Christmas when I say ho-ho-ho. I'm talking about Kim Kardashian standing right next to Paris Hilton. Let's talk about it because they're my two favorite hosts. You have to hand it to them. They have been able to stick it together, make something amazing of themselves, especially Miss Paris Hilton. Now, yeah, Kim was Paris' former assistant, and now Kim is wealthier than Paris. That's dedication. And this is why I say no one can defeat Kim. Kim is undefeatable, definitely. And she has really worked for what she has achieved. In her working though, I can't say she has never taken anything from anyone, but like hell, she has worked hard for it. So you have to give her credit for that. But will I say that she has been all honest and walking the straight and narrow path? No, that girl maybe has quite a few bodies buried all over the globe. You never know with these people. You never know. It's true. I'm not saying she does in fact have bodies buried. I'm saying she might have a few bodies buried all over the globe. You never know. That doesn't mean physical people though. I'm talking about dirty business deeds and all of that. But she may have a few people buried as well. You never know. You never know. I'm just saying it's true. You never know. No, Kim and Paris, they are showing off 19 years later how far they have come. And they've come a long way. In case you guys don't know, they have literally come a long way. We've heard Paris talking about, there were moments that Kris Jenner was a refuge and hiding place, and Kris Jenner at that point, they never had the money like a Paris Hilton, but Paris had a lot of challenges with her mom growing up because Paris saw her mom as just being this crazy delusional woman who always goes too far to protect her, as per Paris. And Paris, was put in a girls' home, as you guys can remember, at one point in her career. Not her career, but why am I saying career? Her childhood growing up, where she said that she was abused, she experienced abuse, and as such, she's against these, what do they call them? Boarding school or camps for rebellious boys and girls. Paris is very much, against them because she's saying the really horrible things that happens at these institutions to these kids. No kid should have ever experienced such horrific experiences, and Paris has been using her power and influence to get some laws changed, working with the government, which she has been really, really successful with. Now, the internet is gushing over Kim and Paris, because both Kim and Paris, I'm understanding, shared the photograph showing, them, back then when they were real close friends, and now how far they have come 19 years later. Friendships like these are very rare, very, very rare, I must say, but Kim and Paris, they have managed to mend the broken bridge. They've had falling outs in the past, but it's nothing major that was in the public eye. But Kim is always trying to be diplomatic because she believes that diplomacy wins and that perfect image and perfect branding wins, and she definitely has a point with that, so they know how to be diplomatic, and Kim has definitely proven the diplomacy to be the winner. So, kudos to Kim and Paris on this. I think they're having their annual Christmas celebration. Normally they have a series of these in Hollywood. So I don't know who was at whose party, but it's kind of given the sense that it is Paris who is at Kim's home, because we know Kim has a ton of Christmas tree in her home for Christmas. She's reminding us just how poor we are and how wealthy she is. Kim has her money. She definitely has her money, you know. But kudos to Kim and Paris. They have definitely come a long way. Messy, fun. Yeah, because they had those years that was just filled with mess, filled with fun and laughter just the same. If you guys remember Kim and Paris Hilton, girls will be girls. You know how they say boys will be boys? Girls will be girls, and that's just the truth. There's a crazy duo everywhere, in every town and in every community, in every country. There's that crazy duo that everyone knows about. LA has quite a few crazy duo, because you can go back to Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton, when Paris and Lindsay, they were good at one point, and then they had their falling out. And they were like shading the heck out of Lindsay Lohan, calling her a fire crotch. I was all up in their business. Then we had Paris and Nicole Richie, like doing The Simple Life. That was one of the best moments ever. Like, best moments ever. Who am I missing? We've had quite a few crazy duos. We've had quite a few. I think we've had more than our fair share, because, you know, Kim and Paris, iconic, very much iconic. They bring back memories. They take us back to when things and life was just so much simpler than now. We saw them as people. We never saw all the mess that we're seeing of Hollywood now. We have never seen all the evil, you know, but I guess with time, things do change, and they change quite a lot. But I mean, definitely iconic duo, you know, they're definitely iconic, truly iconic in so many ways. Like, they have a history like none other. And I think when you look at each woman, you know, at each of these women, they have definitely done amazing things in their lives. And they have definitely left their mark. You know, at one point I was like, what is Kim going to go down in history for? But looking at this, quite a few things, I mean. Not just the 60, not just the 60, not just her serial dating, serial cheating in Hollywood, because Kim has dated a whole lot. But Kim is going to go down in history for quite a few things, quite a few memorable good things. So kudos to Kim and Paris, the iconic duo. It's good to see them, though. It's really good to see them, and it's good to see them being happy, vibrant, and all that jazz. Someone said on the post, why it doesn't crack. Not when you have money for plastic surgery, Botox and fillers and facelift. It's not going to crack. When you have money for those things, it doesn't crack. But for you and I, we have to take the moisturizing route, because what else are we going to do besides moisturize and get some ceramides and all of that? What else are we going to do? You know, it's true. What else are we going to do? Like, come on, what else are we going to do? But it's really good to see them. That's all I have to say about that. Kudos to Kim and Paris. Leave your comment below. Let me know what you think. Peace.